slide up his body. So there's the knee on belly, and here's my kickstand. So my kickstand's away from his head, my foot's flat, and my knee is a little bent. Now for those of you who can't see on that side, I'll switch real quick to the other side. So when you're in this knee on belly position, you want your ankle really tight to that hip. If it's out here, he's gonna go under and start setting up some bad stuff. So nice and tight, stay on your toes so you can move around. The next transition is gonna go to mount. So now Gavin starts to defend the knee on belly. I plant my hands, drop my hips on my heel, and then slide through to mount. Either ankles lock or grapevine. Chest on face, fingertips in, do like a nice little plank, and then reset. So back again, we started and landed in this side control position. Gavin makes that frame. Now remember, when you make that frame, don't stick your arm out. It's gonna set up that arm triangle. Do a little windshield wiper with your arm under the chin. So he has that nice frame, he's pushing away. Turn your head away so it's not choking you. Slide up to knee on belly. No gi, scoop the head and the knee, good posture. And now slide through to mount. Ankles locked or grapevine, chest on face. Remember, when you're chest on face, don't look down, it creates a pocket. Chin up, okay? One last time. Partner in the bottom, your job is to make this frame. And you're gonna do a little bump. When he does that, that's when you slide up. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear my foot hit his hip? That's what I wanna hear, okay? Nice tightness with that transition right there. No space. Good posture, nice kickstand. Not too close so he doesn't grab it. But if he does grab it, that triangle and arm bar is there for the more advanced crowd. So, frames, knee on belly, 1, 2, 3. Slide to mount, 1, 2, 3. Let him up. Everybody good? All right, let's go. It's not out in the parking lot, it's actually a move. So this move is really good because Gavin's super strong in this mount position, and I can't really get anything going. So he's gonna do a little escape, but he's only gonna be able to capture part of my ankle. So now when I go from that knee on belly position to mount, Gavin, turn this way. Gavin has this nice frame against my hip, and he starts working this elbow escape. So Gavin's smart, so he's staying nice and tight. He's gonna start hipping and turning into me. So now when he turns into me, turn back this way. When he turns back into me, it's very important that we leave this bottom leg for the escape flat. Sometimes we make the mistake and we leave it up. So when you're trying to elbow escape and look for that quarter guard or half guard position, you're blocking yourself. So make sure this bottom leg is flat. Now Gavin's gonna take his top leg and he's gonna drag my foot in. But when he drags it in, he's only able to capture my ankle, which is good, that's what I want. Now for that truck position, immediately, I need to get this arm on this side of his back. Because if he goes flat, I'm gonna lose that position. So now that my arm's there, I'm gonna start walking my hips back, staying nice and low and heavy. Now I wanna walk all the way till I'm like making a T on his hip. I'm gonna lock the triangle with my legs, but now the detail, turn this way. The detail that everybody gets stuck on is when they go to hit this roll, they're like putting their arm on the mat like they're doing a plank, and your head's going way out here. So the trick is to overextend and reach for the heel or the ankle, and your head's gonna be right by their hip. So here's the roll. Calf slicers are there all day, but we're just gonna focus on taking the back. So from this position, as soon as I see my partner's hips come up, both my arms are diving. This one's for the underhook. This is my choking arm, but more importantly, my outside hook. My outside hook is gonna stab in the hip as my underhook is grabbing. I'm chopping and pulling with both leg and arm. Then I'm diving in for my one-on-one position for the back. So nice choke grip, turn into the head, chin traps the arm, nice wrist control. Okay. So we're in that mount position, return. Gavin makes that nice frame, elbow escapes, traps the 3/4 mount or quarter guard. I'm staying heavy, don't sit up. Don't turn flat. Bring the arm across. Start walking the hips back. Look, like a little gorilla walk. I'm making a T on his hip line. Lock the triangle. Walk your hips towards the knee. Then I'm gonna do a nice deep roll. Right for the back. Try to cup the hand S grip, put your chin on top of your hand so he can't defend. Okay? Make sure both hooks are in and ride out the position to get the choke. Anyone need to see it again? We're good? All right, let's go.
Yes. Oh crap. I know, that was really good.
Because that's how we're like ended up in that position. So we all ended up after hitting that truck with our one-on-one. So remember, this hand is like making like a little snake covering over, and then my chin is trapping it. So from this position, I call it choke 5, 6, and 7. It's 3 chokes. We start with 5 and we work our way to 7 if they don't tap. So this is number 1. Number 2 is I want to make sure that I'm not just pulling straight back for the choke. I'm also engaging my hip squeeze, my extension, and I'm also pushing forward with my shoulder as I pull back all at the same time. So I got my hips controlled, using my shoulder pressure. I'm going to pull this hand out, blade up, palm to palm. This is a short choke, choke 5. I pull straight back with the elbow in the back. Now defend it. Now if he's defending, he's got really good grips. I don't want to ratchet because he gets a deeper grip. So I go from choke 5, I say like I'm going to stab myself. So I'm going to stab myself in the chest for choke 6. Remember, engage your hips and your shoulder. Maybe he didn't tap. So choke 7, the rear naked choke, I just showed a little different. So my top hand is going to scoop right on top of my collarbone, and the other hand slides right over. Elbow pinch, engage the hips, big deep breath for the choke. So all of you who do jiu-jitsu and we go over the rear naked choke, most of you get taught like this. Big space. So mine is here, 5, 6, 7. See how small that hole is? A lot smaller than there. All right, so one more time. I slid in, nice and tight, pressure, hips, 5, 6, 7. Everybody good? Let's go.